multimedia online, and people enter a lot of them, and we get notices about them, and we can't write about everyone, and we probably aren't going to write about one. So.
Yeah, and honestly, the more corporate logos attached to the title, the less likely I am to do anything with it. You know, if I can't get in there without writing, you know, Miller Genuine Craft ESP guitar, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
We've just given ESP guitars, like, that's 3, now 3 free clubs. Where's my free ESP guitar?
A lot of you sell it. Yeah, that's true.
By the way, don't pay attention to this. You don't know anything about that. Well, maybe you do.
Why you?
This is way off topic. We're still supposed to be talking about studio sessions. Can't you read?
Captain, you ready to take questions?
Yeah.
Your microphone's working?
Microphone's working. Also, a plug for ourselves. In talking about the photography issue, tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Trey Michu, we have a professional photography workshop where we're going to have photographers going to tell you exactly. It's funny, everyone says the bricks and railroad no things, but yeah, 1 o'clock Trey Michu tomorrow.
Are you influenced by local radio? If WMNF was playing something and you perhaps missed it or something and they started playing it heavily, would you start to write about it?
No.
You say yes.
Honestly, I don't think my radio dial hasn't been past 89.7 in years. So, you know, maybe it should, but it doesn't go.
Well, on the local level, they're probably the only people playing, wouldn't they? So
yes,
you work in
definitely.
town, you confer with each other away from things like this.
Oh, sure. I mean, if I hear someone on MNF, you know, that's always a...
I think that kind of ties into one thing that hasn't been said here yet, which is we keep our ears to the ground. Local bands shouldn't rely on us to get the first word out. If we hear that a band is being played on MNF, if we hear people talking about them at the bar, that it's just that much more likely that we're going to want to track them down and find out what's going on. So certainly in that regard.
Back in the UK, obviously it's totally different, but there was a big thing going on where there was always excuses. Local radio would say, well, we're not going to play because they're not right about it. And you would get, we're not.
It's a vicious circle, sure.
So who's the starting? Everybody has that mentality.
No, I'm much more likely to search out a band if I've heard about them from someone other than their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, I think that brings up the point.
Hey man, my band's got more than one girlfriend, all right?
All right, well, 5 girlfriends is not as good as one stranger overheard. We'll do like math, like a band does algebra.
Okay. Well, and that brings up the point about networking. I think, you know, playing with other bands, playing with, you know, and getting to know them. You know, and if there's a band I know and I'm in contact with some regularity, and they say, hey, you need to check out. So you know, I'm probably going to take their suggestion and check it out. You know, I mean because that means a lot to me. If another band I like says, hey, these guys are pretty good. That's how I heard about Rapongi's Ace. They basically played with a lot of people, and you know, a lot of people I knew told me, you know, you need to listen to this band. So.
That's vital. It always has been to establish a fan base.
Yeah.
Radio, apart from the exceptions.
Yeah, I think the only way to do it is just to go out and play. You know, as much as possible.
I mean, I think that the radio and print in this town, at least WMNF-wise, work pretty well together. I mean, I read about stuff that you guys write about. I want to play it on the air. Maybe you guys, maybe it's the same way you hear stuff on the radio. So I think it works pretty good in this town.
Coverage is definitely tied to live performance with local music.
Because a lot of what we write about is, you know, especially what I write about is going to almost always be event oriented. You know, it's just going to be a preview of a concert. And if you, you know, the easiest way for me is, especially if it's a fake kind of an event, you know, if it's you and 2 of the bands is the New World, it's a little harder for me to justify getting a story in. You know, if it's a big BAMO event or it's a big charity event or something with 10 bands on the bill, that's a little easier for me to pitch the story.
CD release parties would be good too.
So you release parties, yeah, always definitely. That's a good try.
Jerry, and like even if you're selfish and you don't even care about other people, play charity shows selfishly because there's a chance you'll get a coverage out of it. Just be evil that way. Because by your evil, somebody is going to benefit anyway. So
That is horrible advice.
what?
Just kidding.
I'll be shocked.
All right, let's move on to something else. Anyone else have a question? Oh.
The question I have is, when somebody submits stuff, like say somebody gives you an album through the mail and everything, one, would it be better just to show it to the studio and say, or book company or anything, and just say, here's the demo, this is what I've got and everything? Would that be better rather than just sending stuff in the mail?
No, I'm very antisocial, so just send it to the mail.
The reason I was asking because I already sent something a while ago to WMNF, and I've also sent something to create Loafing. And I've made contact with somebody from Clear Channel, which is the program manager, and he basically said, just send it in the mail. And I was just tempted on just going over there and actually dropping off the CD myself. I just don't know, would it be better just to send it in the mail or actually make an appearance?
If you make an appearance, especially unannounced, you know, I may not be there. I may be busy doing something else. I don't know. For me, somebody coming to my work is not the greatest thing. Sending something in the mail and sending an email in advance of that, and then calling to make sure, to me, that's the way to go.
I think it definitely depends on a case-by-case basis. There are some places that I've worked where you won't get past, you know, the person at the door. I'm hardly ever at the REAX space, but it's also a boutique, so you come by and hang out, you know. And if I show up and somebody said, somebody came by and dropped this off, I might put it in right then, you know, so it really depends.
I was at WMNF, if someone happens to stop by the day I'm there, I'll listen to that CD. I mean, you know, but it's not really worth the effort necessarily because I'm not there that much. Good chance I could be busy and not have a chance, but if someone walks in and you know, I can go out and meet you, I'll pop it in the CD player, sure.
I mean, what has happened so often at the Tribune is somebody will bring something to the security desk, drop it off. I won't be there. They'll leave a message on my phone. By the time I get there, it's been transferred to another security desk. And, you know, like a week later, somebody will finally put it in my mailbox. So,
this is why we should have socialized medicine.
well,